Today I'm going to show you a new strategy with the Barbarian Kicker, and I'm going to show you a base that could potentially defend it. So let's dive into this video and let's see what it is. Okay, attack 1, we are here on this very far town hall, and I mean, it got double poison towers. Now, one thing about this strategy is that it does look like the OG Royal Ghost strategy with the bats. One thing you have to do is to clear out both sides and then send the heroes with the log launcher in this base. Now, it's easier to deploy than the Royal Ghost because this goes directly to the defenses and it does have quite a far range, so you can take out deeper defenses and get way better funnels, because look at those expos on the lower side. You can easily take them out, but one thing is for sure, and that's try not to pull the CC with doing this stuff. And here we unfortunately went for a CC pull, and I'm going to go for a CC kill, so we don't have to necessarily dive in with the heroes into 3 ice golems. A few more of those, Barbarian Kicker on the top side. It was a bit early, so they're gonna hit a Tesla unfortunately, so now they're gonna be a bit wasted, but we have a log launcher angled in a way to open that compartment connecting to these, few other compartments with the town hall. I do have one earthquake in this army, so we can open the walls quicker in case the walls has not been opened. As you saw from the top side, I pulled the ice golem back to my archers, raging that side with the heroes, and you can already see this is where things get interesting, because this is where the hero equipments will carry you, and then of course that RC with the Barbarian Kicker will be such a help. So try to keep a few of them alive if you can and keep them in your army so you can deploy later. And you got freezes and bats. That's it for the end. So if you find the base that has triple multi inferno, try to take down them and just send the bats into at least one of them. That's what I'm doing here. So the lower multi inferno will go down to RC or eventually the queen, and the top side will just go through with the bats. Now there's only one wizard tower left from the left hand side, so I'm gonna go with the freeze. It was a bit late, but it's still fine. Champion taking out the multi inferno, and the queen is going in with her ability. We got this base, and this was a different approach, kind of coming from the side, basically on a box base. You can go from a very far end of the base, but that depends on how far the town hall is, because guys, you got a few heroes only. It's not like root rider spam that you have a lot, only a few heroes. Okay, we have this double invisibility bases. Some of the bases that I know with a few of you it might be easy, but so many people still are 1-starring on these bases, and if you're one of them, this strategy could potentially be the key to your success. You never know. But as you see, we have the CC here, so we want to go as far away from the CC as possible. And one thing I was thinking about this is that which side would I start, because the top side doesn't have many defenses to take down with the Barbarian Kicker, only the double multi-archer tower. So what I'm doing is just taking out both 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock compartments, so we can directly dive into the top side with our Sui, like the hero push. So going in, of course, these Barbarian Kicker will clear the trash buildings for you as well, but you got wizards and archers to kill CCs or to kill the other building on the other hand side of the wall. So that's how I would put it personally there. You can keep the wizards for the back end too. Archer towers goes down, we're gonna go in with this whole push and the wall breaker. I did drop the log launcher slightly later on this attack just because I didn't want it to get targeted, and maybe that was one of the reasons that you're gonna see what happens to my heroes. King ability goes off, and here is where the log launcher goes. Now guys, this King and Sui, they are not meant for the core, otherwise we would have a different funneling. But still, this log launcher is also not meant to open all the walls, is just for this invisibility tower activation. You still got the royal champion, that's why we didn't drop it on those 2 attacks, because this is why you can keep her. And now the Yetis and these royal champion abilities, they can take down all the core for you. And look at this, you got bats to play around with. That's why we invested those spells for the town hall, because there is no splash damage defenses left except the multi inferno. That's why you can use those spells in the core if you needed to. the bats going around. Don't drop the bats in an area where your king usually is, because guys, the phoenix will come out and find the air traps. That has happened to me when I was doing the video on my own channel. There's an attack there that, yeah, I dropped the bats close by to the king goes down and the phoenix finds all the traps and the bats die. Same way as dropping bats next to a royal champion. It is risky, it could potentially work out, but sometimes it might not. So let's move on to the next hit. Now, I always show clean hits, right? And this one is not gonna be as clean, because this was in general a very toxic base. Of course, with the rage and the invisibility on the town hall, with wizard towers really spread out. So what I'm doing now is actually I'm going to take down these heroes on the sides that you can see, the queen and the royal champion. It's gonna be a nice takedown because we're gonna have a beautiful funnel in general, and we took down the scatter shots, so that's a good thing. Now we got more of these barbarian kickers. You can see headhunter on the queen with a wizard just to clean things up. I'm going to drop other cleanup troops too, just to get a nice funnel, and you can see how we are narrowing down the path for our Sui. But guys, don't forget, the Sui is not going to be super strong. And by the way, if you didn't notice, my equipments on this account that I'm doing the YouTube videos are very low, just for you, because I'm keeping them low just for you, so I can showcase you can also triple with the low level equipments. You don't have to necessarily have the maxed giant gauntlet. My giant gauntlet on this account is level 18. Guys, it's only 18. It has 9 more levels to get maxed. Poison for the core, getting all the skellies and everything. I make an earthquake in the core as well, so the king's gauntlet, when it's damaging stuff, they will go down eventually, and you can see how easy the king and quickly the king dies. But here's where you still got the town hall. We got 2 more walls to the town hall, and you're saying like, how did I get this space? Well, don't worry, we're watching that right now. So the champion on the top side, and I'm noticing, hold on, the champion cannot get the town hall by her own. There's a few things there, but I wanted to take down this wizard tower at least. It doesn't work, so it's not looking too clean, but we got spells, so that's why we're gonna use them nicely on the town hall. Bats on the air defense to take down the expo and also tank the monolith so it doesn't lock to my champion. Freeze only for the town hall and not the monolith, because the monolith will then switch targets eventually for the royal champion. And now we're going in with the freeze on everything else. Freeze on the wizard tower and the town hall. Invisible towers go off. Now the royal champion and her ability could potentially give us the town hall and move away from it. That's what the bats would have done if they was a bit faster, but still, we got a few more bats on the champion with the haste. Well, that's what she can come after the town hall, move away from the town hall quicker, and we got the base. So these bases could potentially, I would say, defend with the invisibility tower and a very far town hall with a few layers and a very hard hitting core. But as you saw from the first attack, you can also go from a side angle to these bases. But let's move on to a very crushing attack. Okay, we have the double invisibility base again. And guys, these are the easiest bases to go through. So if you are in a CWL right now and there is enemy running these type of bases, well, it's your lucky day. Now you know how to take them down. So again, what we're gonna do, guys, is to take down both sides of the entrances for our Sui. But your Sui will not always go to the core, so you have the RC. Keep that in mind. Going in with the takedown of these archer towers and stuff, the Barbarian Kicker does have quite a lot of HP, so you can actually just one headhunter the enemy heroes right where they are. You can see we're taking down the side defenses, and then I'm gonna go ahead with the takedown of the ricochet cannons, making a path for my heroes, and that's just simply what it comes down to. So again, we're not going from the CC side because the CC pool will be annoying in case it's some very annoying CC and not just ice golems. This is a few days only in the Legends League, so you know, people do run a few weird CCs, I'm not even gonna lie. Wall breaker there, I dropped a log launcher a lot earlier this time because we wanted to get the path open for our heroes. These heroes are meant for the core, but if they don't go to the core, guys, it's fine. You have the RC, don't worry about it. We got a few more Barbarian Kickers left in our pocket just in case we need to use them. And look, I'm still not using the earthquake, even though it would have given more time for my heroes to dive in, but it's fine. We have the earthquake for other things. Now, before we used to pop the warden then the king, and now we just pop the king then the warden ability, and I'm freezing the invisibility tower, poisoning for those ice golems, and now once the town hall is secured we go with the champion, and you can see there is not much left. There is only one multi-inferno, which you got a champion and your queen ability, but still, you know, the equipments are not maxed. If you have the queen healer puppet, make sure you run that because it's super nice. My healer puppet on this account is level 1, so I had to run the frozen arrow, and the champion, of course, I would suggest the hug puppet and also the haste vial. Warden, don't take the healing tome, and as you see from the attacks, it's a rage gem because the healing tome doesn't have enough juice and enough, like I would say, healing HP back for the heroes. They have a lot of HP, but look at this, we're swagging 8 spells including 6 bats, which could take down a whole entire base by themselves, and this is how strong the strategy truly is, and I'm, you know, getting used to it. But let's move on to the last hit. Now we are here on this diamond base, and I told you, I promise I will show you a base that could potentially defend this, and maybe the most annoying bases, right? And this is it. This is it, with a 4 town hall on a diamond style of base and double rage tower like placements where they are so far from each other, and the core doesn't give you that much value, right? There's like a monolith. There's nothing else. Everything is on the sides. So like, people might be used to the opposite side, you know, attacking, and if this strategy ever gets a lot more used in Legends League, these bases could potentially defend it. That's just my personal opinion. Now we're gonna go ahead with this, you know, barbarian kickers, more on the archer towers, rage towers. We just want to get this entire area done. That was my plan, but then I kind of forgot what I was going for in the middle of the attack, because I forgot I had the same like kind of entrance from this other rage tower. I went with the eagle entrance and I missed my own plan when I was doing this barbarian kicker takedowns. We are going to pull the CC, and that is quite unfortunate, I'm not even gonna lie, but still, find a way to pull the CC in an area where nothing targets your, you know, archers or wizards, and then you can easily take them down with the poison. And here's where I forgot my plan. I'm going in with the eagle side kind of Sui, but I wanted to go from the scatter shot and the rage tower with like early warden, and this is what happens if you go from opposite sides. So it's a good example for you guys to kind of know that, okay, it doesn't always work if you go opposite side. But log launcher king, I'm going to drop the earthquake in the core here because the town hall wall is quite far. I'm not even sure my log launcher will ever touch it, but queen goes around, so that's unfortunate. That's why I dropped the champion on the top left hand side, and you know, the champion and the heroes do quite well together. Queen's ability unfortunately will go up pretty soon here. The champion taking out the rage tower compartment. King is gonna go down, so now it's all up to your royal champion to get the town hall. So what do? How do you drop the bats? Do you wait? Do you drop them right now? Do you drop them opposite side? Well, you're gonna see. What I'm gonna do is keep this rage spell, and the moment I see the champion will eventually go to the town hall, I'm gonna rage the yetis and the champion in a way. And now with the bats, I want to clear out the archer tower, but one mistake I did, it was I dropped a lot of them on a single archer tower because I thought there would be more defenses, but no, we are gonna freeze that wizard tower, dropping a headhunter. But guys, look at this other very good base building trick. They got every single storage on the back end, so now you can see the difference between the bases. These storages will keep your bats very busy and you will end up time failing. The bases are huge. You got huge compartments that needs to go down at the beginning, so people do waste time on them. And now when everything goes down, you got the bats who cannot finish this base. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, learned a few things, and the army link will be down below in the description. See you soon on the next one. Take care and peace.